Hey everybody, welcome back to this Suikoden walkthrough. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty lost with where I'm actually at. I guess we'll find out here pretty soon. I do know that, so the last video was just, what did we do there? Got Gremio back. That's right. That was towards the end of the last one. So, here we're just preparing for the final battle. So there's a little bit of dialogue here. Here we've got the, I don't know what to call. Is this even a guy? Uber. I think there's some question as to whether he or not he's even human. I think they speak about that. I don't know if it's, I don't remember if it's this game or if it's Suikoden 2 or not, but we don't really know what the guy is. So obviously we're about to do battle, and there's a worry that the enemy has too many troops, so Leknat shows up and makes a bunch of the troops, I guess, just disappear. Must never use that rune. Well, alright, so Joshua's gonna lend Leknat some power instead of the hero using the Soul Eater. So that kind of cleared things up. Even without the monsters, we're still at an advantage. Well, okay. Well, I guess we'll see about that. Alright, so apparently this is the last battle. The appropriately named last battle. Troop-wise, obviously, so they've got 20,000 versus our 18,710. I believe that's, you know, again, I'm pretty sure that's the maximum that you can have. If you've, you know, recruited everybody. Which I have for this playthrough. Because what kind of a playthrough would this be if we weren't getting everybody? Alright, so the first turn I used the Dragon Knights, and they wipe out a quarter of the enemy's troops. So obviously I would recommend doing that as well. I don't, again, you know, I never had it happen. I never had the enemy actually try to use a bow attack on the first turn, so I'm not sure, you know, if it's, again, if it's possible to lose the Dragon Knights, or, you know, what even really happens. So, apologize for that, I guess, but it is what it is. So then, obviously, after I use the Dragon Knights, then I just use the ninjas, just like every other battle. Oh, and I'm guessing they must have tried to use a bow attack. Yeah, so I'm using the charge. Obviously, I used the strategist beforehand. Again, just like, you know, every other battle. Power up your charge attack using your strategist, and then go to town. So let's see what they're gonna do next. The enemy's next plan is Uber's charge, and I think Uber's charge is just a regular charge, so you're gonna want to use a magic attack. And so here we've got Crowley's, Mr. Crowley's group. Yeah, wow. And they just nuked another 5,000. So we're looking pretty good here. So I'm guessing this will probably be the last turn. Enemy's next plan is charge attack. Alright, so let's nuke them down with magic again. Excuse me. And that should do it. Yep, that's that. So that was the final army battle. Pretty pathetic. So, but you know, that's the advantage of having all your characters, and you know, the Dragon Knights and the ninjas. I mean, it's difficult to use, or sorry, difficult to lose if you end, you know, if you're using your ninjas when you need to. So was just in time. What do you mean, dwarf? That guy didn't do anything. Hanzo didn't do anything either. What are you talking about? We hid in the fields. Well, that's cool, I guess. Alright, we have the warriors. Okay, so here they're really, I guess, just here to lend their support. And not actually fight, apparently, with us. Although, I guess who knows. Maybe they did. Maybe they did actually help. Alright, so here we're back in Gregminster. So from now on, Victor and Flick are stuck in your party. They cannot be removed. Which I guess, had I been thinking earlier, I would have said, or, suggested that, if you want to do any type of leveling up before the end of the game with specific characters, it's probably best to do it before this point. Unfortunately, I think if you do that, the best place to level in the game is Shahrazad, the floating fortress. As the area outside Gregminster and Gregminster itself isn't actually accessible yet, until you complete just that previous battle that we just did. So, unfortunately, you can't take advantage of the last areas, I guess, in the game, to level up, I guess, more people at the same time as opposed to, so now, what's going to end up happening is, the main character as well as Victor and Flick are going to be stuck in our party from, like I said, from now until the end of the game. So you're going to have less spots to, I guess, just level people. So, if you're trying to level up people to transfer over to Suikoden 2, you're either going to have to, do it with Victor and Flick, which is fine. There's still three open party slots. But you won't be able to, necessarily level up as many at the same time, I guess, if that makes sense, hopefully. Clive, forgive me not dying at your hands. I think if you bring Clive here, you get a little extra scene if you interact with that tombstone. I don't believe I got footage of that, unfortunately, so. I don't remember. I don't remember what the dialogue actually is. I don't remember what he says. It may have something to do with, or something in relation to Suikoden 2. I don't remember. But here in Rock Axe, there's, I don't believe there's really anything here. I think I just kind of cruised around. The Ant Queen Cave over there on the right side of the map there's nothing new there either. I believe that, and those enemies didn't get upgraded, so if you want to fight those enemies, you can. Otherwise, you can go, and I'll take us over there in a bit here. You can go all the way over to, Mount Tigerwolf again. So, like, if you want maybe water rune fragments, I guess, if you want, I don't know, at this point in the game it kind of feels like it's a bit late, but whatever. So as you can see, so I've got Kirkus and Sylvina, something like that, in my party, and they're the ones doing the double bow attack or whatever that's called, and I don't know, I like that attack just because. I mean, obviously that combined with the Master Pupil attack, it just basically wipes out everything. So here, I guess I must have just traveled around to the different stores just to see if anything was going to be upgraded or not, and it doesn't. I believe Gregminster is the only shop that actually gets updated, and it is pretty decent. You can buy generally the best stuff in the game there. So. Yeah, let's check this shop here. Yeah, nothing. This is still all old stuff. That's that. You know, that's the that shop. I don't believe changes from the way it was at the beginning of the game. Let's see here. What else I gotta talk about here? So again, so this area here, the Ninja Master has a. Oh boy, what was it? Now I can't remember. The Ninja Master has a drop, I know for sure, as well as these orcs. The orc head just has like paintings though, so not something that I spent a whole lot of time with. It wasn't. Didn't really feel like it was worth the time. I wasn't, you know, trying to pimp out my bath, I guess. The ninja's got the crimson cape, so those are the best. The best accessories in the game. And then, like I said there, you know, I cruise back over to Mountain Tiger Wolf. But if you go through Tiger Wolf to, I forgot the name of that town up there. Is it Sarity, I think? There's nothing there either. Nothing changes. I think that in that town they still talk about Odessa. You know, there's like an NPC in there that'll still talk about Odessa. So again, you know, nothing changes from the beginning of the game. So as far as Craigminster here, I think everything is deserted. At least that's the way it's looking. I'm pretty sure though that the shop here is upgraded, so you're definitely gonna want to take a look at that. Trying to remember all the different armors and stuff. I don't really remember that well. Ian Geed. I don't know how to say that guy's name either, but all right. So her name was Stoltheim Reinbach the Third. All right, so it's time to throw down. Cannot betray him. Who will he have left? All right, drawing a line in the sand. This is no avoiding this fight apparently. Which is just as well. We don't have any army battles left anyway, so what do we need this dude for, right? No. Big old Pesmer just smoking that dude. Yeah, Pesmerge is a beast now. Gosh, if I remember right, I want to say I used the stat stone trick on him before this. So if I mean, obviously I crushed pretty hard. Yeah, he's doing 800 some damage. Obviously, so my characters all have level 16 weapons, and for the most part they hit pretty well, or hit pretty hard. Oh, there you go. Victor's cranking pretty good too. Maybe I didn't use the stat stone trick yet with Pesmerge actually. I don't remember. I know at one point I did it just because I was messing around with it. I wanted to, you know, see what I could do with it, and kind of waited until the end of the game. You know, as if my characters weren't already crazy powerful enough the way it was. I decided to wait. Which, you know, in all honesty, is not really worth it. If you're gonna do the stat stone trick, you might as well do it early. Or, you know, maybe throughout the game as you recruit the characters that you actually want to use, or, you know, if you want, or if you get somebody new and you want to use them more, or use them for something that they're kind of, I don't know, maybe not meant for. You know, you could do that. But he, Angid is pretty weak. He's kind of a chump. Kind of wrecked him pretty bad. Okay. So Victor the Philosopher. So, yeah, that was kind of a shame. That guy's death was, I mean, in all honesty, pretty pointless. There's, I don't know, I mean, essentially, the Barbarossa's army is defeated. All of his generals have, I wouldn't say turned on him. Well, maybe I should say turned on him, because, obviously they're working against him, so... Anyways, I don't think there's anything out here. I just kind of cruised around just to take a look around. And in here in Gregminster Palace, there is actually quite a few treasure chests to grab with some, I guess, semi-useful items. I guess at this point in the game, it's kind of like whatever, but. These Imperial Guards don't have anything other than... What are these guys? The ones, yeah, the ones with the swords just have mega medicines, which, again, not that useful at this point in the game. But whatever. I'm trying to look up all the different drops here. Yeah, maybe I'll just go over them as we actually see the enemies. I guess actually technically there's only, what is this? Looks like five different enemy types in this area. So the Phantom drops the Earth Boots, which they're a good accessory. They have really high defense. So not a bad drop to get, but not as good as the Crimson Capes though either. And then the Colossus, though, drops the Mother Earth rune, which, pretty decent rune if you need any more of those. As well as the Power Ring. And the Power Rings are actually really nice. Those things are, well, obviously, I guess as the name implies, they boost your power stat. Not as heavy on the defense as, say, like, Crimson Capes, but, I guess with the trade or the added benefit of giving strength boosts, so... Oh wow, my footage got really slow here for whatever reason. Crazy. Wonder what I was doing. Anyways. Again, so back to the power rings, again, not the most defensive items in the game, but they do, give you that added benefit of giving some strength. So, if that's something that you want for, I guess, really, in all honesty, they are pretty decent. I think just about everybody can benefit from, a strength bonus, other than maybe, if you've got, like, a Crowley or something standing in your back row, where he's not going to be doing any types of attacks whatsoever, but, I guess those are specific instances. So here the, Echidna, I think that's this thing's name, the snake lady. She drops the Windspun armor. So, best armor in the game by far, defensive-wise, anyways. And it's only usable, unfortunately, by just a few of your characters. Humphrey comes to mind. And the great thing though about them is, typically your really beefy defensive characters are also really slow, and the Windspun armor has a speed bonus to it, so it can kind of eliminate, or not eliminate, it can alleviate a bit of that issue. It doesn't get rid of it altogether, obviously, but it helps out a little at least. And again, and I mentioned it actually in the previous video. If you have Humphrey equipped with a Windspun armor at the end of this game, you can use. And there, I got a Earth Boots, and actually it looks like I have a Windspun armor. I bet I picked that up out of a chest and I didn't mention it. But anyways, so if if you've got the Windspun armor equipped on Humphrey at the end of the game, and you load that data. When you start up your Suikoden 2 game, Humphrey will come with a Windspun armor equipped once you recruit him in Suikoden 2. So, again, if that's something that you're planning on doing, if you're planning on playing Suikoden 2 after this, which is exactly what I did, And hopefully hopefully one of these days I'll actually get around to doing commentary for it. But it's a fun game. I actually like it. You know, don't want to talk about it too much while I'm playing this. But I mean, I don't know, whatever. Why not? You know what? We're getting close to the end here anyway, and yeah. So, anyways, you know, it's a fun game. It's you know, I've talked about it a few different times, or at least brought it up. The great thing about that one is. You know, a lot of the characters get multiple rune slots. Some of them still will only get like one, but that's pretty rare. Most characters have at least like one permanent, I guess, stuck on them, and then one like optional, I guess, rune. As well as they added, I guess, you know, technically you can, you know, put some of the rune fragments on your weapons in this game, but they don't really. They have different effects, and I guess there's more options for the next game as far as what you can put on your weapon. You know, some of them will, I guess, like I don't know. Some of my favorite one is called the down rune, and that'll like off basically give your opponents the off balance, so they won't be able to act, you know, in combat, and it's actually super effective against a lot of the enemies and actually some of the bosses in the game, and can make them quite the pushover. So, you know, again, I guess to sum it all up, I like that there's a lot more options as far as the runes in the next game. Just a lot of here in the palace. There's a lot of forced fights, which is again one of the reasons why I took Kirkus and Sylvania. I didn't bring Kai, obviously, for this. I didn't really feel like, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to, in all honesty, I just wanted to bring Pesmerga in. And, I don't know, he's okay. I don't know if it was really, I don't know, whatever. I guess, I was going to say I don't know if it's really worth it, but at the end of the day, it probably is, because Kai is really only useful for these, like these, I don't know, random battles, you know, and the final boss is actually pretty difficult, so, and his usefulness is, I don't know, to be frank, he's not that usable, or useful for the last boss fight, so. Yeah, gosh, not a whole lot else to say. There's, we're kind of running out of red carpet here. We're getting real close to the end. And I don't remember if I want to say I may have actually just cleared out. I think I cleared out all this stuff, and then I kind of used so basically these random soldiers that kind of run out and start fights with you. You'll only encounter them once. So if you leave and then you come back in, you won't have to fight them again. Granted, you'll still have, you know, the random encounters in between, but you again, you won't have to fight these guys. So, you know, if you want to just clear this place out, grab all the treasure, and then run back outside, you can do that. You know, and then if you want to bring your other characters in here to level them up, that's definitely an option. Again, though, you know, just keep in mind the hero is required as well as Victor and Flick from this point on. So, unfortunately, you won't be able to remove them from the party. But they're wow. So Victor finally got some use out of the double beat rune, which I know I kind of trash talked this whole game because, you know, I just in all honesty, it was not useful on Victor. You know, maybe had I put that on somebody else that was faster, it would have been quite a bit more useful, but you know, I didn't, and thus that's why I had that opinion. So again, yeah, so if you you know, if you're planning on making this place kind of like a stomping grounds or a farming spot, you know, you can kind of do that. Just clear, you know, if you want, you can grab all the treasure chests, clear out everything, and then come back in. Which you know isn't a bad idea. I guess even if you really wanted to, I suppose you could you could put, you know, do a bunch of leveling in here, and then, you know, if you didn't want to, if you wanted to just make a rush towards the end boss, you could equip a championship rune on somebody, you know, and then, or a champion rune, sorry, and, unless you wouldn't end up having any, you know, random encounters if you wanted to just blitz to the boss, you know, so you could do that if you wanted. And here I think I just kind of realized that I might as well start using the hero's one-shot kill, you know, spells, just because I don't think the boss can even be affected by that, so it didn't make that much sense to save those spells. Such a good spell too. It's unfortunate. I feel like the hero's rune doesn't really actually get all that useful until the very end of the game. But maybe that's just maybe that was just because I took Kai with, you know. That the rune probably itself would have been much more useful if I wasn't just using that tag team attack the whole game. You know, and wiping out, you know, massive groups of enemies in one fell swing. But, you know what, that's how I did it, so. So, oh well. Alright, we're getting close. I can feel it. Like it's right in my neck. There we go, and then I finally wised up a bit, and I stopped using the bow and arrow attack just because, you know, what's the point of that you just have to watch the animation and then watch this animation, which, you know, one-shots them all anyway, so. I guess I really could have just defended with everybody else instead and cut down a little more time out of these battles, but, oh well. It is what it is. Alright, hopefully this is the last one. I feel like we're kind of getting there. Probably not the last battle, but maybe hopefully the last little set of guards that runs up and picks fights with us. Because we are just sending them straight to, I don't know, is that hell there? Is that what that's supposed to be? I think that's the name of that spell. Okay, yeah, so I got a treasure chest here. I know we're getting close to the last save spot in the game, so. Yeah, I gotta be getting really close. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so to the right over there is the final boss, and then to the left, and then a little bit north is the way to the save spot. So I'm gonna save up here, and then you know, again, I think I did a little bit of leveling and whatnot to prepare my save for the next game. But let's see what we have here. Power ring. Alright, so there's a free power ring. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it here. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But hope the guides are helpful. And hope you join me for more. All right, thanks for watching.